Every club. Every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.
Hang on to something. Hang on to anything. Hello and welcome back to the Daily Manchester United. It's me, Kieran. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about the whirlwind, the roller coaster, the absolute madness of what we've just seen. Yes, this is being recorded within about half an hour of full time on the night. Manchester United 5, Olympic Lyon 4. On aggregate, Manchester United progressed to the semi-finals 7-6. I'm speechless. We were 2-0 up at half-time. We were comfortable, and that seems to be our undoing. I was so ready to it felt like after 90 minutes that I was going to come here with my tail between my legs and talking about how United once again threw away a game. And that was made even worse when two more goals happened in extra time. Tolisso getting sent off for a second bookable offence helped for sure, but I don't think it was Lyon played better with 10 men, it seemed. It seemed like they were so well organised, so well drilled at 10 men. You got Cherky scoring the absolute, he just rockets it in for the third time. And then Luke Shaw giving away a penalty. Right, great. Here we go again. 4-2 down to a team that were down to 10 men. Fernandes gets himself a pet on the spot after a foul in the box. That's given VAR, it's a long time VAR has a look at it. Eventually they give it. Kobbie Mainoo, the coolest man in that stadium, finishing that one off. And not about a minute, maybe 70 seconds later, Harry Maguire rises like a salmon to head it back and head it into the goal to get us through. Words can't describe me. I'll tell you what, Pete, who's not long on the podcast, in fact, he's so new here, he hasn't actually appeared on an episode yet. He was at Old Trafford. Would you believe he was at Old Trafford? And he sent me a little clip. Here's him outside Old Trafford.
The stupidest football club that's ever existed in the entire world. It doesn't make any sense to be celebrating after going 2-0 up in a game that looked completely dead and gone and over. But you sort of somehow knew it would just always be never easy for ourselves, ever, even when we were good. But did we think that would happen? No. 4-2, people streaming out, standing there thinking, is this the lowest moment we've had as an entire football club, and especially in the last 12 years? And instead you get arguably the greatest comeback since 99, and Harry Maguire's lamp head heading the ball in, and Old Trafford erupting. I don't know, it defies description. There's no, it doesn't make any sense. Does football make any sense? Who knows? The Man United don't make any sense at all. I don't know what to say, but hell, it doesn't get much better,
Yeah, apologies for the... you could tell he's high on adrenaline there. And yes, I'm sure he'll be on an episode in the near future to talk to us about that. But yeah, if there's one match to be jealous that you weren't at Old Trafford, to be one jealous you weren't there for live, this may have been the one. I say that, actually. Whilst I'm on the high, let me bring you back down again. That was terrible. It was. We forgot to play football. It just seemed like from the second half right up until Bruno Fernandes is behind the spot, it seemed like the players were paid at half time. They just gave up for half the time. I don't know what happened. Was it fatigue? Could they just not be bothered? I don't know. But again, in the space of 8 minutes, we threw away a 2-goal lead, and we were lucky. I think Tolisso gets sent off there. If he doesn't get sent off, we're in a world of trouble. And then again, we conceded 2 more goals, going down to 10 men. I have no idea how we made it through. I have no idea. We face Athletic Bilbao next in the semi-final. So either one thing's happening. Bilbao have a home advantage, even though they don't, obviously. But either they play in their own stadium or we stop them from doing that. So much has happened. I don't even know what happened to Tottenham. I was so engrossed. Oh, they won in the end. Okay, great. So they're into the semi-final as well. They're on the other side of the tree. So they're going to face Bodo Glimt. Wow, that went to penalties. I didn't realise that. I saw Lazio went 3-0 up. I didn't realise Bodo Glimt had actually pulled one back and then gone through. Lazio. No, hang on. No, Bodo Glimt did go through. Sorry, I'm reading the scores and it's just messing with my head. To be honest, can you blame me for tonight? I don't think I'm with it. But yeah, it was only going to be a shorter episode because we're very tight for time. And I would like this episode up so that you can hear it as soon as possible. Maybe when you've sort of recovered. It's Good Friday, by the way, if you're listening in England. Use it well today, whatever you're doing, use it well. But yeah, I genuinely cannot believe we made it through. I said after the Newcastle game, I was very scathing and I was in a very foul mood. And up until to be honest, I saw the goal. I saw Maguire's goal go in and gave no reaction because I thought they were going to find something wrong with this. And in a reverse angle, is it a little push that Maguire gives? But no, it's given. And still I had no reaction because I'm used to this United side. I'm so sick and tired of seeing the likes of Garnacho and Dallo doing all of these, poses to the camera or whatever, all for it to fall apart and we go 2 goals down when we've got a man advantage. It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. I'm losing my mind supporting this football club. I really, really am. I have no idea which way to turn. I have no idea which team is going to turn up. And all of a sudden, it just seemed like, bang, oh yeah, we haven't finished playing yet. We better keep doing that. We're torn apart by Newcastle. I'm not going to revisit sore wounds because I'm not ready to pour salt into them. But I cannot conceive of a football team that can just look so wayward for a lot of this game. But mental, absolutely mental. I'll look back at that and think, why didn't I celebrate? I have every reason not to. I have my reasons. I've made them clear. And I am the pessimist of the group. We all know this, and that's what I was going to say, what we love me for, but I don't think we do. Honestly, just mental. Absolutely mental. We could talk about the goals. Ugarte slotted it away very well. It was really lovely cutback. I think it was from Fernandez plays it to Garnacho, and his touch towards the byline almost takes 2 players out of it. He puts it across goal. Højlund then runs forward and sort of stops the defender from getting to the ball, and that allows Ugarte to stroke it home very comfortably. Diogo Dalot, again, a really nice finish across the goal, across the keeper to get into that bottom left-hand corner. Wonderful stuff. And then Tolisso, yeah, he scored. Amazing. I just thought, here we go again. I genuinely think now, even at 2-1, I thought we've lost this now. We don't have the bottle. We're a little bit mentally shaken to our core. And I would have used another word, a much more scathing word, had we not actually found a way to dig deep and somehow get ourselves out of that. I am speechless. I am speechless. But one place that isn't going to be speechless is our ad break. I'll be back and I'll put some words in my head. Meanwhile, listen to these words. I'll be back after this.
Every club, every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.
Your body is unique. And Global Sports Podcast Network has partnered with Bioniq, the world's most personalised supplements. Bioniq provide 100% tailor-made supplements designed to deliver precisely what your body needs at exactly the right levels to optimise your health. No guessing. So click the link in the show notes. Use the code GSPN 2025 for 40% off your first month's subscription. Bioniq. Don't settle for off-the-shelf solutions made for just anybody. Get what's right for you right now.
Every club, every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.
I have to say, if you're watching on Discovery Plus, Robbie Savage was almost like a mystic, a medium, an oracle. You could see everything before they were going to happen. He predicted Maguire's goal. He he was spotting stuff in the game. I don't know. I suppose let's get the contentious issues out of the way. Were they both penalties? Yes, Luke Shaw clearly brings down Lacazette. And yeah, I think it is a penalty. There is contact made for our penalty. So yeah, by the letter of the law, that is a penalty. Gets us back in the game. I mean, as well, I'm here for Kobbie Mainoo's finish. You know, he's struggled with injury, especially in this calendar year, for sure. But what a way to make a mark and announce to everyone you're back. Amazing. And then Maguire, I've already said it, rising like a salmon. Is that the right description? Who cares? Who cares? We're all at a bit of a high at the moment. I think you can forgive me for using cliche idioms to describe what an absolute madness and shambles of a game that really was. Was it drama? Yes, if you're a neutral. If you're United or if you're Lyon, absolute shambles, no matter which way you turn. One thing I will say, Onana back in the squad. I think all three goals, all four goals, nothing he can really do about them. I've been a harsh critic of him, especially after some of those games, especially after the away leg. I was a very, very harsh critic on Onana. But to be honest with you, all of the goals that went in, he didn't really have a chance of saving them. Their third goal, their first goal to least. So, it's headers, it's header pinball, and once again, we cannot defend a corner. We just completely stop. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but yeah, that just happens. And then Tagliafico, he's able to just be completely free on the left-hand side of the pitch. He doesn't even hit it well. That's what's most annoying about the goal, is that he doesn't hit it well at all. It comes off of his ankle, that little bone that you have in your ankle there, the one that Yaya Toure said, that's the part of I think it was Yaya Toure who said, that's the part of my foot I hit the ball with to sort of get the dead straight. He mishits that and it goes in, and Onana does what he can. There's not a lot he can do in that position other than claw the ball away, but it had already gone in by the time he got there to claw the ball away. So I think, I think it was okay. Still a couple of shots were being parried straight back into the 6-yard box, which I'm not a fan of. We've already conceded quite a few goals that way this season, but we made it over the line. And our reward is Athletic Club. And that's great, It's amazing. We struggled, I think, over both legs. Both teams struggled over both legs there in United and Lyon. We won't get a chance to be that lucky again. Look at the way we'll sort of the run to this cup. If we were to have it the way that we want, if we were to get a result against Athletic, you would assume it would be United versus Tottenham in the final. And I cannot believe, and I really won't believe, that two English clubs that are in the bottom half of the table, in fact, you could even argue lower quarter of the table, for some part of this season, will make it to the Europa League final. I don't know what it is, and I can't explain what is going on. But I was half expecting Rio on commentary to sort of give a Kobbie Mainoo a blank contract and anyone who scored tonight. But yeah, I had come here on the show tonight with a script in my head to say this was a pathetic performance, especially when we went 4-2 down, and we were the man advantage. I had it all in my head, and I thought, I'm going to rip into this team. And then it just flipped on its head in 7-8 minutes. And I'm shell-shocked, but in the nice way. Is that even a thing? I don't know. You can let me know. I'm sure you're shell-shocked as well. Like I said, it's not a long episode today, just reviewing this game today. You heard Pete as well. Hopefully we'll get him on the show. He was at Old Trafford today, so he's probably off celebrating, and rightfully so. And I'll let you celebrate as well. Like I said, I'm not going to take too much of your time. You already know what happened. It's going to be talked about for years to come. So why stop there, I guess? But we are stopping now. Thank you so much for listening along. If you're on Apple or Spotify, you can find us there, of course, but you can also find us on YouTube. We are GSPN Daily Manchester United Podcast on YouTube, and you can watch all of our episodes from there. Yes, it's a long YouTube username, but it's just so that you don't get it confused with anything else. That's what I'll say. You can also follow us on all the social media. The audio clip you heard from Pete is going to be on TikTok. Of course it is. If you want to see him, get your first glimpse of Pete on the show, you can find the censored version. We'll not release the uncensored version. We won't make your ears bleed that much. But you can find us on TikTok, on X and Twitter, on Facebook and on Instagram. It's at GSPN Man United on all of those platforms. And we look forward to starting that conversation. Who knows what happens next? Wolves on Sunday. Hopefully a better result from there. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching and listening if you're of that better part. My name's Kieran. You have been mad, and I'll talk to you again soon. Try and get some sleep or whatever it is you're going to do. You could be listening to this in the following morning. Just go to sleep. Nothing could top that. Nothing in the day could top that. Anyway, take care. Have a great rest of your day.
Every club. Every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.